Hey, it's Ms. Schleiss. I'm going to go through some metabolism with you and an activity, kind of walk you through that. You're going to do some calculations to find metabolism and calculate your metabolic rate and your BMI. So this goes along with our nutrition unit. And you will need a calculator and you will need the worksheet from EDSB. You can either just, again, write your answers on your own paper and upload, or copy it, or you can type into it and upload it, or print it, I should say, or upload it. All right, so we're going to go talk about metabolism. First off, all right, so metabolism, it's the amount of energy used in a given time period, and so that's the rate at which our body burns calories. So you've maybe heard somebody say they have a slow metabolism or they have a fast metabolism. And usually we're just talking about that base or basal metabolic rate. How much calories are you burning right now just sitting there, breathing, thinking, maybe moving around just a little bit, but just those basic life functions. All right, and we are going to calculate that today. So there's catabolic and anabolic processes that happen in our body, and this is the way our body metabolizes our food. So if the first part is catabolism or catabolic, this is the breaking down of molecules. So you can see in the example, we eat a protein. This is complex. It's a very large molecule, and we break it down into these simple amino acids into very small pieces. So this is how we're taking and oxidizing or breaking down our nutrients, and then we use it to produce energy. So through cellular respiration, but also we use it for our anabolism or anabolic processes. And this is the building up of molecules from small units. So now that we have those small amino acids, we can take them and make anything in our body, whether it's hair, muscle, bone, anything that our body needs to be made. So our nutrients are converted into substances needed by the body. And the way I usually think about this is with the term anabolic steroids. So there's different types of steroids. If you're sick, like you have asthma or you have breathing difficulties, you may need a steroid to help your lungs open and breathe better. That is not anabolic. Anabolic steroids are the illegal steroids that build a lot of muscle mass. So if I think of anabolic, means like steroids, building up of tissues, including muscle. All right, so now when you go into the worksheet, you have some questions. You are going to define BMR, basal metabolic rate, and explain the importance of it. So you're going to use your textbook. I am posting a PDF that has pictures of the textbook from, in the classroom. It's a little hard, I feel like, to read that. If you can get on the online textbook, I think it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to kind of see if I can switch over here and show you where you can find that, because that's the only hard part. So if you go into the NGL sync at cengage.com and you launch your course, you should see nutrition here, and you click on your nutrition, and then these are some activities. They're open, but I'm not requiring you to do any of them at this point. You want to click on the nutrition folder, and then this one that almost looks like an open book, I guess, that is the textbook. So the only way to see it is by clicking on that folder, and then it's going to go into what would be the textbook. You also have over on the right side here, you could have clicked the full book and searched for it that way, but here you can either arrow over, and I told you it's 19.9A on the worksheet, but you can also just come here and you can see there's 19.9A for basal metabolic rate. So this is going to give you the reading that you want to do and the equation. So question number 3 says to write down your equation. So whether you're a female or a male, you're going to write down your equation for determining BMR. And this is just an estimate based on your height, weight, gender, and age of what resting metabolic rate is for you. And then you're going to take that by your activity level here and see how much now calories you need in a day based on your activity level, factoring in there, adding that to your basal metabolic rate. All right, so that's for there. And so if we go back to the PowerPoint, I have the equation here. So I just kind of want to see if I can show you this. Sorry, my writing is going to be a little bit bad. But the first thing you need to do is get your height in inches and estimate it. I mean, if you have a tape measure, if you don't know, have a tape measure at home, you have somebody measure you, or you can just kind of estimate that. All right, so just let's say you are 5 foot 8 inches tall. All right, so now we need to convert that first into inches. So 5 feet, we have however many feet you are, you have 12 inches in a foot. So 5 times 12 is 60. And then you need to add on your 8 inches or however tall you are. So you're 68 inches tall. So you're going to need that height in inches. So let's just go ahead and do a female, I guess. It's 5'8". The first thing we're going to want to do is, so you've got 661 plus 4.38 times weight in pounds. So let's just say they weigh 150. Okay, and then this should say a plus. I have an equals there. I'll have to fix that. Plus 4.33 times the height in inches, which was 68, and then minus 4.7 times age. So let's just say, like most of you, maybe they're 15. So you're going to need to go through and calculate this based on doing inside of the parentheses first. So I'm going to pause it for just a second so my video does not go too long. Okay, so if you can read my messy handwriting here, basically I had to carry that 661 down. 4.38 times 50 gave me 657. And then we're going to add to that this 4.33 times 68 inches tall gives me 294.4. And then subtract 4.7 times 15, which is the age, is 70.5. Now when I do all that together, that's going to give me 1,682.9. Or basically, in a day, I need to consume, if this was me, 1,683 calories just to survive. All right, and so once you do that, on your worksheet, you can see then you're going to need to take that number, that 1,683, and multiply it by your activity level. If you're inactive, if you're moderately active, very active, and then extremely active. And the book does talk a little bit more about what those mean. So you're going to take your 1,683 times, let's just say I work out 3 days a week, so times 1.3, and then that's going to give me the total calories I need for my base metabolism plus the calories I consume. All right, and then you're going to answer these questions from the book. All right, and then we're going to look at body mass index. So you're going to go in the textbook to the next page over and answer some questions about body mass index and obesity. And even though these sound similar, BMR, BMI, they both have to do with our nutrition and body weight, but they are not the same thing. Our BMI is going to look at our height and our weight and see if you are in a normal weight or underweight or overweight or considered obese. So for this one, the equation is here. Basically, you are going to multiply your height in inches times your height in inches. So it's your height in inches squared. So if we go back into here, all right, so if we go to our same person here who's 5 foot 8 inches, we're going to need to square that. So 68 inches times 68 inches. And then we're going to get this answer. And we're going to divide your weight by that answer. So the last time I think I said they were 150 pounds divided by what 68 times 68 is. Oops. And then we're going to get that answer. And we're going to take that answer, multiply that by 703. That answer there. And that's going to give you your BMI, your body mass index. All right, and then once you do that, you can go on, I put it onto your worksheet, and you can go into one of these BMI online calculators and just check your work. So basically we said this person was 5 foot 8 inches and they weighed 150 pounds, and we can click on compute BMI, and this doesn't matter if you're male or female on this one, it's not going to ask you that. This BMI is 22.8, and your book tells you just basically healthy versus unhealthy, but this has got a little bit more, and this is what you're going to need to know in exercise science. So basically for under 25 we are normal. Once we get up to just right under 30 we're going to be considered overweight, and obesity is going to be over 30 BMI. And it does talk here about the limitations of BMI. So one of your last question is to compare, or one of your questions, sorry, is to talk about why BMI might not be the best method for determining health. And so this could be a place that you could look also for a link there. So you can see this person would be right in there at that normal weight. Right. So hopefully this helps you answer these worksheets. When you are done, you'll need to either submit a picture or submit the worksheet that you've typed onto to the assignment in EDSB. All right. Have a good day. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye.